What is up, boyos? It's Waterbuff Man. We're back for more ARK Survival Ascended. So, alright, we got ourselves a high level, actually almost max level, Carchardontosaurus right over here. We're going to try to tame with this baby Rex we just took out. So, we jacked one of these from Jace's base again, just because we needed more. So, we're going to drag this guy back over to this Carch and hopefully get the taming process relatively quickly, because this thing being a almost max level with pretty decent stats across the board, actually is going to be pretty nice for us going forward. I didn't want to tame one of these, seeing as we probably aren't going to use it for much other than just grinding out hide and whatnot, and since we can't take it into caves or anything, we're probably not going to use it for anything other than possibly bosses. But let's try to tame this thing really quickly. Oh, we got it doing its little sniffy sniffs. Drop this right there. Let him come over and eat it. It's not aggro to me, so let's see. Can we get a full feed on that? Yep, we did. Perfect. So now we got him. Now we just got to go around and kill things. If you can get this thing to work perfectly, you got an easy tame. Like, this is one of the easiest creatures to tame if you can actively get it to, well, work the way you want it to. So if you can get it to not attack you like crazy right off the rip, you can generally get one of these guys pretty fast. But you guys know I've done these before where I've absolutely struggled and could not get a single thing to work the way I wanted it to at all. And it ended up taking me 4 to 5 different attempts to even get this guy to accept the feed once before. So, as you guys know, this is not an easy, but it's not a hard taming process. But we're going to end up taking some things out here. We got a couple stegos nearby. We'd rather not fight them because they take half damage. So we're going to try to avoid those. But we're going to go after this Diplodocus because this should be pretty easy to get us kind of the taming going up. But we also have to keep our taming effectiveness where it's at as well, because the less damage we take, the stronger the taming effectiveness, the stronger the creature is going to come out. And we want to keep it as close to max level as physically possible, because closer to max level, the more damage output we're going to have, the higher levels we're going to have. We're going to take some damage, but as you saw right there, we just took one hit. We took 0.1% in taming effectiveness, which is not great. So we generally want to attack creatures that are smaller than us that we can completely demolish. But I saw this guy and I couldn't turn it down. There's another one, a level 55, I want to say, nearby this one. But I don't truthfully think we should waste our time on it. Oh, we just took out a Rex too, apparently. I didn't even see that there. I saw the 2 stegos being attacked by something. I just wasn't sure what it was. But, alright, so we did end up taking out the Megapithecus in the previous episode. Relatively easy, thanks to the Amalgamaniac's Pseudomanes. Mod he made is absolutely fantastic. Still to this day, it is easily one of the best mods in the game that I will constantly be running. That will not be changing any way, shape, or form. But as of right now, since Jason and I can't seem to find a... Not that we can't seem, it's just our schedules don't work together properly. We're more than likely going to be running boss battles together off screen, but I'll be doing them on video, just me. So we're going to be taking them in with the Pseudomanes. The only one we're going to probably have to do with his is exclusively going to be the Broodmother. We're going to have to take on with his Megatherium. Since now that we do have a propagator, we actually have the availability to mutate things just a wee bit faster and force mutations, since we have the element from the propagator and the element, excuse me, from the boss battles. So we should be actually able to force those along pretty quickly now. All we just would literally have to do this moment is just gather the extra element, but I think we have over 200 because of how many world bosses we have beaten, as well as now I've beaten the Megapithecus on Alpha, so we have those as an option too in terms of what we could use. So we should be able to speed along with that. My Pseudos, I think we just hit the 4th mutation on them, so now they have 4 health mutations stacked up, but I think the team we had against the Megapithecus would be just fine against the dragon. But I will bring you guys back here when we're almost done taming this guy up. So it's going to take a few minutes, and I'd rather not have you guys just sit here watch me attack a bunch of random things and just babble on for 20 minutes. Alright, so at some point I had gotten knocked off the Carch. I don't know exactly what caused me to fall off the Carch, so it kind of really screwed up our taming. So we ended up losing quite a bit of percentages. I don't know what caused me to hop off. I had 300 seconds left, and all of a sudden it just ejected me from the Carch. So, not entirely sure. Kind of a little annoying, so we ended up losing quite a bit of levels, but it is what it is. We'll take what we can get at this point. It shouldn't be too bad anyway, but we just got to speed up the process, because I don't know if I took too long. Maybe I didn't attack anything for a little while, and I kind of threw it off. It was just kind of got tired, because I was attacking everything. I don't know what else I could have done. But we ended up getting thrown off the back of the Carch, but it is what it is. If we can keep it above 90%, I'll be happy. which I think we're going to end up doing at this point, hopefully, once we get this Bronto down. How much does a Bronto give me in terms of percentages for taming? 2%. That's terrible, actually. That's kind of bad. Maybe that was what happened and I got... Did it rage out, maybe? That could have been it, too, actually. Because I did get attacked by a bunch of bugs, but I don't know if that would have caused it to fully kick me off the guy. But either way, we're almost done. We're at about 76%. We should be closing in. Like I said, if we can get, I don't know, 60 levels on this guy, that'd be very beneficial to us. Versus not getting anything at all, so... We are going to now have a decent level Carch. We do have a decent level saddle back at base on the low level one that Jason and I tamed off screen. It was only level 50, but it also doesn't help I keep jumping around for some reason because this dude just flies. It has no wings, but it tries to fly. I don't know. But let's see what we got going on here. I did see a Giga Raptor over there as well. I'm interested in going for that if it's a good level, but I'm not sure how soon that'll be. I don't have any eggs to tame it with, and we need Carch eggs. Yeah, because like I did attack a bunch of bugs, like that little bug's nest you see right there, the Titanomiras. I did attack one of those, and I didn't notice me getting attacked by anything. So my rage meter would have or should have went up if I was, but I didn't notice it going up. So I don't know what entirely kicked me off the thing, but it is what it is. Let's finish up this taming process, and then once we're done, we're just about 3% away. I just need like 2 or 3 more creatures, and then we're absolutely done. Right here, this should be enough. Alright, we're at 99.8. Oh, 99.9. Alright, there we go, guys. We have tamed the Carch. So give me 1 second. I'll bring you guys back when I get back to base with everything. Alright, guys, and we are back to base here. Let's throw out the Carch really quick and see what we got in terms of stats. I know I could have looked at it in the ball. 14k, so 37 points into health, 35 into melee. We kind of did lose quite a bit that we should have gained, but it is what it is. Came out as a 211, so I cannot complain, and this will do pretty much what we need. Let me show you the other one we have. I think it's inside this. It is, and it's actually a low-level female, so we could theoretically, if I wanted to, breed these two together to try to get just eggs for Gigantoraptors and things like that, taming. But that's the one we have. This is the one that Jason and I were using, like I said, off-screen to try to go for hide harvesting. But it kind of sucked. It didn't really do as much as I wanted it to. So, but it is what it is. Let me take this decent saddle off. This one's a 60 armor saddle. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you think we should just breed these two together just to get the eggs. And even just to try to get an imprinted version of these for like the Desolatitan boss. Because this guy probably could come out pretty decent imprinted. But I don't know. We got to see. But there's that. There's our bright blue Carchardontosaurus. And let's actually go take him out for a spin and see what he can kind of do. Because I'm a little interested to see what this Carch can actually do here. It looks pretty... Statistically, it looks pretty strong. With 35 points in the melee, that's quite a bit higher than the other one. The other one only had 10, and it was still hitting pretty decent, but 35 could be good. Especially if we can get a bred pair with like all the stats from this guy and imprinted, I think that could be actually pretty decent. I think that's just at 460. 460 is not terrible. Honestly, that's not that bad at all. But I'm at that point now where I'm prepping. We're probably going to be running the Snow and the Ice Cave here, the Artifact of the Strong and the Artifact of the Skylord Cave here within the next episode or two. I may actually Carchardontosaurus it, because you can fit the Carches in there, so that may be an option for me. I gotta look at a couple different things. That is probably dependent on what you guys say in terms of like breeding, or I may just run it with these guys, bred one out, and then I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet, because you don't want to do. I had to burp. Sorry. You don't want to do kind of with like a smaller mount, like a saber or even a pseudo, because Perlovias are absolutely everywhere, and you will get absolutely shredded in that cave. There's no playing around in that cave. So it's kind of one of those options that we have it there. I could just go through with this guy in this 59% or 59 armor saddle, or I could try to tame a Giga, because we did in fact get like I think an 80 armor Giga saddle the other day. Because Jason and I have yet to tame one of those. But this thing was kind of cool when I saw one. I did die out in the ocean doing something. What was I doing by Jason's base that I died? I think I was trying to tame a Giga Raptor off screen. Just because I was like, let me see if I can get one. I think it was just a low level one. I think I killed him, got destroyed. But I also have been fighting every single alpha I do see, which doesn't kind of help my case at all, because that's what would probably get me killed a lot as well. But let's just see what this guy can truthfully do. 545 isn't bad. Mate boosted, you'd probably pushing closer to 6, and then imprinted, you're probably like 6.5 right now. So that's not bad entirely. I can't really complain about it. And honestly, what is it getting for hide? The hide is what I'm more worried about, because we're gonna need hide in abundance if we're trying to take bosses on with non-Pseudomane creatures, which we're sitting at 296. I don't know if this is factually accurate or not, but I believe it is. The more melee damage you have, the more hide you get. I don't know if that's accurate. I believe it is. I want to say it's accurate, but I don't truthfully know. Because sometimes I feel like that's the case. Like if you have a higher melee, you get a lot more from a creature. Because apparently ooh, it's an alpha trike. That's gonna be nice. Apparently the Carches are the #1 or #2 creature for getting hide, but it just seems to me like it's terrible comparative to like what a chainsaw would do. But I think the chainsaw is guaranteed to be #1, but it's drastically a difference. And I mean, you can actually see it. And in terms of creature-wise, the Carch is #1. I'm tied with the Giga. But it doesn't feel like we get a whole lot of hide out of it. Like, that's 34 levels. That's perfect. I'm probably not going to put any of them in right now because, like I said, I want to see what you guys think about breeding them. Because if you think they're good to breed, then we actually probably will. There's a bunch of different options. But there was an alpha trike skull. I got to take that. I thought I grabbed that. Apparently I didn't. What are we looking at for 28 points right now? Okay. Truthfully, this guy's pretty good. I'm not going to complain it. Like, if we can get him close to hitting... It's only 35. If he's probably at 100 kills, he's probably sitting close to 1,500. I think Jace trapped something here, I'm assuming. But he's probably sitting close to like 1,500 damage. And if that's the case, without imprinting... If we could imprint him and then have this one be one of the ones we bring with us to Extinction for the OSDs, this could be really, really good. This could be a huge advantage for us. Like I said, we can't bring this guy to Scorched or Aberration, but when we do have access to Extinction, that is definitely something that is on the table for us to do, to bring our creatures from these other maps with us. Especially, like I said, I was originally only going to do one. That's still an option, like one from each map. And if that's the case, I may end up coming back and grabbing this one. I don't have to make that decision right away because, like I said, that decision is not going to be made until Extinction because we don't know what we're going to get going forward. So, like, I could tame some fantastic Rexes, or I could tame a Phoenix on Scorched and want to bring that over, you know what I mean? Like, there could be anything. There's a couple different options. I'm not entirely sure yet. Or I could just challenge myself and see if I could do it without it again. But I'd really rather not do that because that Extinction run was kind of pretty hard for me to begin with. Because I had never completed Extinction prior by myself. I had always beaten it with someone else. Because generally, Extinction is one of those maps you kind of pretty much want to do with a tribe or with an alliance of some sorts. But we just ended up... I've always ended up... Not we, should I say. I've always ended up having to do it with a partner or a team or something. 148. So yeah, I'll take that 211 definitely. What is yours? You're 171. Do I have anything better in here? I do not. Yeah, so something happened a little while ago. I don't remember exactly what happened. I don't remember how it happened. I think I told you guys about it. I like just died randomly and lost all my gear. So I have to actually earn some of the stuff back. So getting that hatchet there is actually kind of pretty good. That's one of the reasons why I've been definitely fighting alphas. But I mean, yeah, like, so with us going, we're close to Scorched. Like, we're probably, if I buckle down and just, for lack of better terms, go balls to the wall with videos and just, not even just videos, just grinding out creatures, I'm probably 5 videos away, 10 videos away, if that, from being on Scorched. Like, truthfully. Because all we got is those caves, which we can generally do in one video. If we have good runs, that is. And the boss fights are one video. So we're looking, like I was saying, maybe at, whoop, I'm flying. At most 5 to 10 more videos. And that all really depends on how I want to take it. Like if I want to do a lot of the extra grinding off screen, so I don't have to sit here and record those videos for you guys. Not because I don't want to, just because I feel like they get boring with you guys just having, not for you, not for me necessarily because I have to do the grinding, but for you guys having to sit there and just watch me smack a rock to get metal. Like I don't know how that would be interesting after a while. Especially if you're playing alongside, you are doing that on your own, so you know exactly what I'm going through, having to just sit there and smack rocks constantly. So at 80 kills, he's hitting, I wanted to say that's at 1100, but I can't tell now because my voice is cracked. Yep, almost 1100. So that's really good. That's actually really good. And that's without any levels put into it. So if I just pumped a bunch into melee on this guy, we're probably hitting an imprinted close to 1600. Almost at 16,000. That's not the right number. Probably 1600. I could pump levels because levels don't affect the breeding because it just goes off the base stats. And since we have the vanilla with sprinkles on, it shows us the individual stat points. There it goes. It didn't show it there for a second. It shows the individual stat points as well. So we could theoretically pump these levels into it and we'd know exactly what we're looking at. I'm kind of tempted to be honest. I may do that before the end of the video. But this little guy's getting hungry. This big guy's getting hungry somehow. I don't know how he has thousands of raw meat in his inventory. It's because of the blood rage. I would love to bring the S Megalodon over, but I just don't have a spot for it, truthfully. Maybe when we go to Gen 1 for motor, definitely. But we're going to be doing the Arkology by that point still, so I don't know. We'll see. I would like to have it. All right, so at 100, how much damage do we hit? 1200 damage without any levels put into it, so we're hitting 1200 damage. Now you see, now we're getting quite a bit of hide. Like that's the thing I'm so confused on. Like now we're getting a ton of hide. We just got 100 from that guy. How much are we gonna get from you? Just got almost another 70 from you. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of hide now that we have max capacity of output damage. I mean. Let's see. Let's pump some levels. Let's screw it. Let's pump some levels and see what we get. How much health do we get? Let's get you to 14,500, and we'll just pump the rest into here because we're gonna breed these guys more than likely. I almost guarantee that's what you guys are gonna want, just to see what this guy comes out as. So we need these. We need these. We don't. I'll take the sword pot anyway. So we're looking at damn near 70 plus points into melee at this point, like 74 if I can do my math right. We're hitting 1228 prior. Let's see what we're hitting now. 1628, and that's without imprinting, without like mate boosted, anything like that. We're hitting 1628. That's really, really good. I mean, it's not to the level of the Desolatitan, but that's, the Desolatitan also has a limit that you can get it to as well. Whereas this guy, you could get with the propagator or just with natural breeding and enough mutations, you could easily get one of these guys to hitting 2,000 at level 1. And so the time he's at 100 points or 100 kills, he's hitting close to like 4,000 or 5,000. Like, it's completely plausible. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see that we now have this guy. Like I said, I wasn't planning on taming it. And then I just thought about it and I was like, you know what, we could definitely use it. So why not? So now, yeah, we are officially sitting at 75 levels into melee. I'm thinking I'm just going to sit here and grind up a bunch of creatures. As in, like, attack them, destroy them, take their hide. Because we could use... My voice just cracked really bad. There was like, because... But because we could definitely use the hide. And, something definitely interesting to me. So... But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know this one's a little bit shorter, but that's because it's an in-between video with me getting ready for the next boss fight. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.